Hey guys, it's Cash, and today is May 16th. It's about 1:40 in the afternoon. This is gonna be my 1 year auntie update video for you guys. My 1 year was actually on the 14th, and yeah, I didn't realize that time had gone by so fast. I'm gonna pull up a comparison for you guys from my first video to now. It's just, whoops, wrong name. It's incredible looking back at past years and to the day that I started and being where I'm at. I really never thought that the transition, like the changes I had through my transition so far would be where they're at. So yeah, here is my one day.
Hey guys, it's Cash. So as many of you guys know, I started tea yesterday. So I'm like 1 day and like 8 hours on tea now.
So yeah, I'm a full 367 days on tea now, and it feels amazing. I am very grateful for it. Sorry, allergies are really kicking my butt this year. I never really used to get allergies, and now it's just insane how much I sneeze during a day. So, changes wise, I'll kind of just start from the beginning. My hair, okay, we'll start from the top of my head. My hair, it's always been really soft. It stayed soft because I take really good care of it. It did get a little bit more, I mean, as much as I took care of it, it did get a little bit more, like, coarse, but not enough. You know, I took good enough care of it where it's still really soft. I just woke up, so I put my beanie on. I just woke up a little bit ago, so I put my beanie on, and I'm going to keep that under control right now. My baby hairs that I had along the top of my forehead have kind of receded a little. I haven't had like a lot of recession, but I've noticed that it's been some like right around here. Gotten rid of all that excess baby hair crap. It's definitely changed in the back. It kind of comes down more on the sides than it did the whole way around. It's just kind of like edged up. Got a little neater. My hair is really short right now, so it's more noticeable where that line is. My whole face structure has changed quite a bit. Like my face has seemed like it's widened out a little bit more. It's almost like lengthened. My jawline pops really well. I already had a pretty prominent jawline before tea, but now it's like very noticeable. I feel like my nose changed just a little bit. Like, it used to be like really up, I think, and it's kind of like pointed down a little bit more and like widened out at the bridge. But it, like, I don't know, I just feel like it changed with its structure, like my whole face, and I didn't notice that with everything that would change. I didn't think it would, but it did. I didn't get acne this first year. I didn't get anything. I got a couple of like stress zits, but it wasn't like breakout. I got like one here and like one down here, and those were like the only two, and I got them right at the same time. So I guess I got really lucky with not getting any acne anywhere on my body in that first year. Thank the Lord. Whoever you are, thank you. Facial hair. Did get quite a bit of that. I just shaved on the 14th on Saturday to keep going for my 1 year, because a lot of people say that your facial hair blooms at 1 year. So I was like, alright, cool. I let it grow for about a month. I got a solid line down my jawline. I started getting patches like right here on both sides. It seems to me that my right side facial hair grows quicker. I don't know what that is about, but I had a smaller patch here, and it's all along my jawline. My chin is starting to clump up right here a little bit more, and coming down from like the little goatee and working its way across the chin like this. And my mustache is quite thick, but I don't keep it all the time because I look like I'm 14, just growing a little mustache. So hopefully that it starts to bloom. I'm gonna let it grow from here on out as much as I can. The job that I have right now, they make us shave facial hair, but if it's not too noticeable, then I'm assuming they won't make me shave it. So I'm just gonna see as long as possible how I can get it to grow out and see what happens there. Adam's apple definitely came out, and my neck got wider, like got thicker, I guess. I can definitely feel when my voice is dropping. Also, the one other thing that I didn't deal with really was voice cracking. Hold on, my cat wants me. So yeah, I didn't really deal with the cracking of my voice, only on certain words like going, like where it would kind of seem to go higher and lower. But it was very rare that I dealt with the so yeah, that was cool. But I noticed that it's when it's dropping, like I get really tight and it's hard, like I swallow a lot more because it's like almost uncomfortable right there, like it's kind of painful. And so yeah, but my voice got, I say it got quite deep in that year. Got something in my throat. That sounded weird. Yeah, my shoulders got broader, just my whole upper body. My strength without working out that much is definitely increased, but I know that if I were to start working out a lot more than I do with the tea, I could get pretty buff pretty quick. But it just kind of depends on the workouts that I'm doing. My chest itself, when I started binding, I had quite a large chest, and then when I started binding, it went down a little bit. But on tea, it's gone down a whole lot more. It's now I can see the sides of my upper body. When I'm looking straight at myself in the mirror, I can see like my wings pretty much now with the tea. And my hips have straightened out a lot more. Like, I know it'll do some more, but it used to be like really sucked in right here, and they used to be like really round and prominent. But now they've gotten a lot more like straight, and I know over the years that they will continue doing that, especially with more working out. My legs used to kind of like go in, and then like my knees kind of came closer, and then my like calves went out a little bit more. But I've noticed that I've gotten a little bit more of a bow shape. That has to do with the way you work out a little bit more, the way you kind of stand, and no matter what, my legs aren't gonna go like out completely. But I've noticed that the structure of them has changed. I've been able to gain more muscle just naturally. Body hair though, gotten quite a bit of that. Starts, they say that it starts from your ankles up, kind of true for me at least, where my ankles are like the most hairy of my legs, but it's starting now to work up to like my knees, and it's almost like my ankles all the way up. My thighs have gotten quite a bit more hair. It's starting to darken now, but I've noticed that on the backs of my thighs I get a lot of hair, considering instead of the top. I still do my shots on the sides of my legs. I alternate by week. And I just had a shot last night. It's always Sundays for me. But and yeah, shots have definitely gotten easier for me over this last year. Now that I've started going slow with my shots, it's made it more comfortable for me, where I'm not like freaking out so bad, and I can just give myself the shot and not worry about it. Only thing I hate about it is pulling the needle out. Trigger warning. Should have said that first. But yeah, so hair from the thighs to the more pelvic pubic area, that's like came out farther onto my thighs. Like, guys just naturally have a lot more pubic hair, and so that's like increased a lot right there. My nose is so itchy. And then it's worked its way up to my happy trail. And before I started tea, I already had a full happy trail, like all the way from my chest to my stomach, and it's definitely gone really thick right here and all the way up here, and it's starting to spread across the whole stomach. And now my chest is finally starting to get a lot more dark hairs, and it's starting to come across Arm hair, it went down to my hands and it started to come out on my hands more. And it's starting to work its way up to my shoulders. Starting to get a lot more fuzz up there. I have hair on my fingers, but the only finger that I have hair above my first knuckle is like my right ring finger, which is weird. I'm just one that really looks carefully at like hair like that and stuff, so I noticed that that was the only finger. And oddly, toe hair got quite fuzzy. It's really dark now, and it's a lot longer. So yeah, I don't mind the body hair because it's not like I'm a gorilla right now, and I eventually probably will be, and I'll keep it trimmed. But I was the one that was kind of looking forward to body hair just because it's not gross to me. Drinking a nice cold beer. I'm just kidding, it's apple juice. Apple juice is my favorite. So yeah, physically, I really enjoy where I'm at right now. I know that I have a lot farther to go, but the changes that I've had in a year were really great. I really didn't expect to have this many that were so big in my first year. And I'm still like in shock that a year's already gone by that I've been on hormones, but it's pretty cool to look back that past year and see where I'm at now and compare those changes, and it's honestly like looking at a totally different person. Like it's kind of hard to recognize that person, and because my changes are still only a year in, and looking back at those pictures, it's like I still know who that person was, but I'm completely different now, and I'm very happy for that. Mental changes, though, were probably bigger than the physical changes, honestly. Like, my thinking process used to be really sporadic and all over the place. I mean, it used to be super emotional, but that just has to do because of the hormones that naturally I was given. And I've noticed with tea that my thinking process is cut down to like boxes, and I'm like a lot more organized with how I process things. I've matured a lot over this last year, and I don't know if that has to do with just life or tea or all above, because when I turned 16, it didn't feel like anything changed. When I turned 17, it didn't feel like anything changed again. I felt like, oh, I've gone a year without my dad. Okay, it's just another year. I felt like, time had gone on, but I didn't feel like a huge change when I turned 18. And when I turned 18, everything seemed to just like click for me. And I just felt like a completely different mindset switch over from a day to the next with turning 18. And I feel like just my maturity level's gone up. I don't have the patience for bullshit anymore. I don't like to beat around the bush. It's either you're going to be honest and straight up with me, or I'm not going to waste my time. When it comes to talking to girls, it's like girls are kind of all over the place. They go from one to another, just like changing conversations like that. And me, I'm like, okay, well, if you're not just going to get to the point, then I'm not really going to listen to you, because I don't really care. I mean, I care, but I don't. I don't know. It's interesting, but I definitely just like to work hard, get shit done, get to the point, and be real with people and be real with myself, because I don't like to beat around the bush. And it's not like I really did before, but I know I did it more often than I do now. So, yeah, it's an interesting one. But yeah, no. So, the mental changes were huge, but I know I still have a lot of growing to go with the next years that I'll be on T. Definitely going to be getting top surgery by the end of the year. I'm hoping to schedule the consultation here next month. Still torn on 3 different doctors, though. If anybody wants to, kind of talk to me about results or who I should go to, there's Peter Raphael in Plano, Texas. There is Dr. Badali in Ohio, I think it is. And then there is Coloca, which is actually down in Mexico. The thing about Coloca is that it's said that he's done more top surgeries than any other surgeon in the world. I mean, I can believe that, but I've never heard of Coloca, so when I heard that, I was like, oh, okay. I thought it was Garamoni or Brownstein, I think it was, or is that just the clinic? I don't know. I don't really follow them too much. I feel like for Garamoni, for me, it's a little more cookie cutter. It's just get it done, get it out. And I'm more about actually going in there for something that's gonna be there for a long time. The one thing I don't like about Plano, Raphael and Plano, is the incisions don't seem to be even on a lot of people. And that's something that's really bothering me, is that I need my incisions to be even and I need my nipples to be set right and the right size for me. I don't want like big nipples. I want smaller nipples. I don't have like big nipples now, but I want them a lot smaller than they are now. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Is I don't know. I mean, and if anybody else wants to tell me another doctor that I should check out, feel free to drop it in the comments, please. It'd be great. Greatly appreciated. So yeah, I just got back from New York last week with Transcendence Icon. Was working out there with Ben and Nick. We got some filming done for a reality show that will be coming to your TVs hopefully soon. Well, within this year, I guess I could say. We filmed a sizzle for it, and that will be sold to networks here in the next 3 weeks. And then once that gets picked up, we will start the filming for it. I got some big plans for me in the future. Not really going to release too many details about it, but I know I will be traveling to other continents as soon as I'm out of school and ready to bounce out of here. So yeah, we'll be doing a lot of filming for that throughout those other places over in Asia. I'll give you that much. So yeah, the modeling's gone pretty well. Got some really cool shoots done with Ben Melzer when I was out there. The guy's just an amazing guy. Really became good friends when I was there. And yeah, and then Nick Walker, another guy that I met out there, is just absolutely fantastic. Just a great sense of humor, amazing personality, just like an older brother. I mean, they both are like older brothers to me that I never had growing up, and so now having them is just an incredible experience, and I wouldn't, trade that stuff for the world. So I'm very thankful for Transcendence bringing us all together, and just my manager in general, just a great manager, and I feel like that company is really going to go far, and I'm really ecstatic to be a part of it, and to be doing these groundbreaking things for the transgender community. So yeah, I mean, that's really it. I don't want to make these videos too long. I kind of like drag them out, but I need to I really want to get more editing software for them, but at the same time I just kind of whip these videos together and throw them out there so that people can understand like what it's like, and it's not just like all cutscenes and bloopers. Like it's the raw thing. It's like, here you go, here's what's going on. I'm not going to cut anything out for you. As much as I would love to do like a set video time and like place, it's just kind of like, here's my life. It's not always perfect. So yeah, I appreciate you guys watching, and I really appreciate all the support that I've gotten from you guys in the past year to 2 years. It's just been incredible. It's really helped me keep going. Like, I don't do this for anybody but myself, but at the same time, having everybody there to support me and having my back through it, and keep pushing me to do better, it really means a lot to me, and I really don't know what I would do without it. I haven't really dealt with a lot of hate and unsupportive people, so I'm hoping that doesn't change, but at the same time I am kind of prepared for that. And not everybody likes everything. There's always going to be people that don't like what you're doing, so oh well. I appreciate people that are there now, and yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. I will be posting another video here soon when I find out some more details on everything and update you guys on some things. I would really like to do a Q&A video as well, though, because I know some people have had some questions, and I'd love to throw that out there for people. So if you want to drop some questions and stuff, I will go ahead and throw it in the next video. Alright, bye guys.